In the year 1157, a future king was born into the house of Plantagenet, destined to leave his mark on the world stage. This was Richard I, or as history would remember him, Richard the Lionheart. Born to Henry II of England and Eleanor of Aquitaine, Richard's upbringing was steeped in power and privilege, but it was far from easy. His parents' tumultuous relationship and their constant power struggles cast long shadows over his childhood. But these early experiences also shaped Richard's relentless drive for military glory. From a young age, he displayed a keen interest in military affairs, honing his skills on the battlegrounds of his mother's homeland, Aquitaine. It was this military prowess that would later him his legendary moniker, the Lionheart. And so, in 1189, Richard ascended the throne, a king who would earn his place not just in the annals of English history, but in the larger narrative of the medieval world. This intriguing journey continues here on Cryptic Mystic Vault. Richard, now a king, set his sights on a mission that would forever etch his name in history, the Third Crusade. Our tale takes us to Cyprus, a strategic island in the eastern Mediterranean. Richard's fleet was scattered by a storm, and some ships wrecked on the shores of Cyprus. The island's ruler, Isaac Comnenus, seized Richard's cargo. In response, Richard and his forces swiftly captured the island, a move that not only demonstrated his military might, but also secured a crucial supply base for the Crusaders. Next on Richard's itinerary was the Siege of Acre, a grueling 2-year standoff. Despite joining the siege late, Richard's arrival breathed new life into the Christian forces. His leadership, coupled with his knack for military strategy, turned the tide in favor of the Crusaders. The city fell, but not without a fair share of challenges, including disease, desertion, and an intense rivalry with Philip II of France. No chronicle of Richard's exploits in the Holy Land would be complete without mentioning his victories at Arsuf and Jaffa. At Arsuf, Richard's forces were outnumbered, and yet he led them to a decisive victory. His strategy? A disciplined retreat followed by a sudden counterattack. This victory not only boosted the morale of the Crusaders, but also secured their route to Jerusalem. The Battle of Jaffa, however, was a different kind of challenge. Saladin, the Muslim ruler, had retaken the city while Richard was negotiating a peace treaty. Richard, upon hearing this news, launched a daring and successful surprise attack to retake the city. His audacious move at Jaffa underscored his reputation as a fearless and strategic leader. Throughout his campaign in the Holy Land, Richard faced numerous challenges, from navigating complex political alliances to combating the harsh desert conditions. Yet his military acumen, tenacity and leadership never wavered, ultimately shaping the course of the Third Crusade. The battles of Cyprus, Acre, Arsuf and Jaffa showcased Richard's military prowess, earning him the enduring moniker, the Lionheart. Even in the midst of brutal warfare, Richard found an unlikely respect for his opponent, the Muslim leader Saladin. This was a rivalry that was as much about diplomacy as it was about military might. Richard, known for his courage and tactical prowess, found a worthy adversary in Saladin, a leader revered for his wisdom and strategic genius. In the sun-scorched deserts of the Holy Land, they waged war, but in the quieter moments, they negotiated ceasefires and exchanged gifts. It was during these diplomatic endeavors that a strange camaraderie was born. They admired each other's courage, conviction and commitment to their respective causes. But make no mistake, this was no friendship. Their respect for each other was born out of the crucible of conflict, a testament to their mutual recognition of each other's strength and determination. In the annals of history, few rivalries have been as captivating as that between Richard and Saladin, two leaders who, despite their conflicts, held a deep respect for one another. Richard's return to England was not the triumphant homecoming one might expect for a king. Instead, it was marked by a series of unfortunate events that began during his journey back from the Crusades. Richard was captured and held captive by Leopold V, Duke of Austria, and later by the Holy Roman Emperor, Henry VI. His release was secured only after a hefty ransom was paid, a financial burden that fell heavily on the shoulders of his subjects. Once free, Richard did not bask in the comforts of his kingdom. Instead, He focused his energies on securing his territories in France against the French King Philip II. His reign was characterized by an almost relentless pursuit of military power, a reflection of his strategic acumen and his unwavering commitment to his throne. Richard's life, however, was cut short in 1199 during the siege of the castle of Chalus-Chabrol in Limousin, France. A crossbow bolt, a seemingly minor injury, led to his untimely death. His passing marked the end of an era that had been defined by his formidable presence, yet Richard the Lionheart's legacy extends far beyond his death. As a military leader, he left an indelible mark on the Crusades, shaping the course of this holy war with his strategic brilliance and unyielding spirit. His capture of Cyprus, his victories at Acre, Arsuf and Jaffa stand as testament to his prowess on the battlefield. But it is not just his military achievements that defined him. Richard was also a diplomatic force, as evidenced by his negotiations with Saladin. Despite their rivalry, there were moments of mutual respect, a nod to Richard's ability to navigate the complexities of political relationships. Richard the Lionheart, a king whose reign was marked by warfare and conflict, left a legacy that continues to captivate us today. Whether as a warrior king, a crusader or a monarch, Richard's story remains an integral part of the tapestry of the medieval world. Richard I, the Lionheart, remains one of the most iconic figures in English history. Known for his exceptional military prowess, his reign was marked by a relentless pursuit of victory. His contributions to medieval warfare were significant as he revolutionized strategy and tactics, leading his forces with a boldness that was both feared and admired. He played a pivotal role in the Third Crusade, not just as a warrior, but also as a diplomat. His negotiations with Saladin, though fraught with tension, were characterized by mutual respect. These interactions have been etched in the annals of history, symbolizing the complexities of war and diplomacy during the Crusades. Richard's legacy as one of England's most legendary monarchs endures to this day. His courage, his audacity, and his indomitable spirit continue to inspire. From the palaces of England to the battlefields of the Holy Land, Richard the Lionheart's reign forever changed the course of history.